One.
Hello, hello. Hi, lovely, wonderful, delicious. And if you're kind of like me right now, little tenderoni humans, welcome to Space Weather with Somae Society. Today, you are so blessed to be able to have Bonnie Sunshine and myself, Io Ash Masako. We are going to be your guides through this week's space weather, and it is a sleepy, gentle, and also very interesting one. We've got actually two headline news coming up this week for August 28th through September 3rd. We are now doing Friday through Thursday for you all. This week we've got August 28th. There's a partial lunar eclipse. So this is the tail end of the little eclipse season that we have all been in. We also have a full moon in Pisces coming through, along with Gate 55, and Bonnie's going to chat with you guys about that. Me, I'm going to be covering August 29th. We've got Gate 40 coming in, and gosh, I am so ready for Gate 40. Like, I was doing the research for it, and I'm like, yes, yes, I need Gate 40 right now. And I will also be bringing in this August 31st. The other big headline news that we have is going to be a Jupiter that's going to be in trine with Saturn. And this is part of a 20-year cycle that's happening. And it's an entire Jupiter-Saturn arc that we are traveling through right now. And this is going to be like the very first like harmonious aspect that we've had with it, which feels really good in my system right now because I need some. Yeah, if you guys can see my energy, I'm like sleepy EO. It's nap time, like all day. This morning, I am drinking water, lots of water with a little bit of sea salt and overnight oats. I'm drinking my breakfast today because I'm traveling and this is what is available, and I'm very grateful for it. Hey Bonnie, how you doing today, babe?
Good morning. I was looking to see who was in the room, and normally we have some evening people joining us, and I just see all the morning people. So it feels really delicious to have you all join us. Hi, I'm Bonnie Sunshine. I am the archer. I am an earthbound wisdom medicine human. I broke my headphones last week right after our call, and I'm wearing my backup ones so I can hear you, and they fit terribly. So I hate it. But I love my hair today. Look at this. Yes, you're muted.
Gorgeous hair.
Uh,
You look great, my love. Great.
Thank you. Can I share a little about this lovely piece?
Yeah,
Uh,
please. I like your new backdrop, babe.
yeah, I was born outside the US, for those of you who don't know that. And my parents married in the same location. So they got all of their furniture overseas. And this is the only piece of furniture I have left from that era. I don't know why we call it this, but they've always called it the Korean chest. So it has traveled with me for my whole entire life. They
You
owned it
said, did you say the Korea chest?
Korean,
Oh,
not the Korea.
I'm like, man, your parents were into Tantra? That's dope, dude. I'm like, my dad's into Tantra too. That's cool.
I don't know if they knew what Tantra was. They were definitely like hippie era humans. Yeah, and I'm drinking coconut water today. Um, and my lemon water is calling me, so I'll probably hop up and grab that in a second.
Grateful. Welcome, everybody. Come land in this space. Take some breaths if you want to take breath. If you want to hold your breath, I'm down for that too. That's totally, totally welcome right now. Like it could be a bit of that time, but the invitation is to make sure you're breathing.
One of the best things about joining us live is that you get to connect with us and each other in the chat. We invite you to do that, share any wisdom that comes up, any reflections from what we're sharing, even what's going on in your body or this time in your life. We love that. And for those that are on live, we do after hours. So stay on. We'll connect. You'll be able to come off mute and on camera if you want without the recording. Um, and if you miss this live, you can watch this on YouTube anytime.
Yeah, we got the replays. We got the replays up and running for you. So the first big headline news, Bonnie just walked off. So oh, there she is.
Go to get my water.
Do you wanna dig into your first headline news? Is that where you would like to start, my love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share before I do that?
No, I think the stories are all going to come through on my shares. So it's going to be good times. Good times.
Yeah, sweet. All right. So today is August 25th, and we're covering August 28th through September 3rd. And August 28th is my dad's birthday. This
Mhm.
really weird thing happens when I was in my mid 20s. I started um, turning my dad's birthday into a Leo birthday into August 19th because my best friend's birthday was August 19th. And I felt myself doing it. And I kept telling myself, don't do this. You're going to forget your dad's birthday. And maybe 2 years ago, I woke back up and remembered my dad's birthday as being Virgo. So we are currently in Sun and Virgo. And what I'm covering is the partial lunar eclipse with the full moon in Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. So it's very emotional. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling, oh, I know why. Because the other aspect that I'm going to be covering with this week is Human Design Gate 55, and it is in the solar plexus, which is the emotional authority energy center. And that is my human design. That's my authority. The um, the full moon is in Pisces. I keep wanting to say the full moon is in eclipse. And this eclipse season um, is going to last us 6 months long. We did the August 12th Leo solar eclipse 2 weeks ago on August 12th. And that's where we did the seeding, kind of the planting. And the question for that was, who do I become? This partial lunar eclipse is going to carry through for 6 months. So what you seeded is now turning into um, I am here to let go of my narrative. This moon is, and particularly the eclipse, is energetically guiding and helping that. And you really need to, well, you don't need to. It's asking of us and helping us to surrender. And for me, surrender is all about softening because I have been a tense human uh, in various parts of my life. This so surrender always felt like an act of passivity and giving up. What I've come to realize in my later years is a softening. I can soften around the edges. And I'm in a 9 year. So for me, this eclipse season is like benchmarking the completion cycles for me. I feel them. Yeah. I love to do my sound, breath, and movement to release that tension that's still in my body. I can feel it like gripping in my words. Words are hard when I channel sometimes. My root. There it is. That's a word. The surrender is through faith and through what you release. The narrative is letting go of that, letting go of what you've been holding on to, what I've been holding or holding on to. I realized I forgot to do one more sitting, interrupt myself. This is where your personal authority is demanding to dissolve what's in the way. So if you're feeling that tension in a specific body part, a specific area of your life, this is an invitation to lean in in a way that allows you to move all the way through it, to listen to the messages, to gain the wisdom. This is a wisdom of the body time. Mm, what else was there? I heard something else. One of the ways that we can try to control our environment is to control the outcomes. And when we say yes to things that aren't ours and we try to control the outcome, there is very little room for the outcome that is waiting and ready for us to come all the way through. Confirmation. Woo. I burp for confirmations for those of you who have not heard that. My apologies if that was startling. The shadow of this is spiritual bypassing and passivity as an excuse, especially from the lens of Pisces. I When I tune into that message specifically, it feels like my mom and how she was just like so much in the flow in her own stuff and in her feelings that it felt unstable to me. So that passivity is like a little bit of vomity to me, like I hate it. And then the gift is it's the kind of ending that makes space for what's genuinely next. How's that landing for everyone? Wolfie's oh no, it's Willow. She's confirming.
Thanks, Willow, for coming in and confirming, babe. I love the Willows. Me and the Willows are now very, very friendly with one another. It's very, very nice. Yeah, I love that you were bringing that in because, like, especially like the surrender aspect, like, well, like that's the next aspect of this. Like, it's all about surrender. And
Mm.
yeah, so I love that you're, kind of tying those lines through, with that like partial lunar eclipse and that like this full moon in Pisces, you're saying, because when I said at the beginning, we were talking about having that eclipse energy, like this being kind of a bookend. And what I'm hearing is that that's not a bookend. We're just kind of at the midpoint, essentially, of this eclipse cycle. So could you like, what do you have coming in for that, babe?
Mm. I just keep hearing the nine.
Mm.
So for those that need to do some completion on a chapter, on a way of thinking, on a specifically for this time is a narrative. Yeah. So my tongue feels um like it's got something dissolving on it, but also it's got something pulling out of it, things that aren't meant for my body.
Mm.
So for some of you, it might need to be following that tongue down to the root of how far you can feel it. And maybe there's something in the body. So mine currently is going to my heart, and normally it goes all the way to my sacral. So something about the heart, maybe you're not sharing what you are meant to be doing in this life or in this season. Um, my root is like, don't tell them what to do.
We've been joking a lot about oppositional defiance disorder. And if you're not aware, I highly recommend going and looking up oppositional defiance disorder. It's definitely something that I celebrate in because I love my brat. It's funny when you say the nines because when you say nine, for you, that means completion. For me, it means humanity. It means for the greater good of all. It means like the collective consciousness, like what I am doing in this time is, and I'm a weirdo. I know a lot of people don't love eclipse energy, but man, I love it because it's a place to me. It is so open and wide. I mean, of course, we joke and say that I'm the void of this channel, right? Like of this podcast. And that is for me. It's like it is the great void of creation. And
Hmm.
so what I'm getting when you say that is seed it through. Like, what do you want to be doing with humanity? And we're going to be talking about that too with this whole Jupiter trine Saturn thing. Like that's all of this, like just holistically, all the wraps in together, we've got 52-ish weeks in a year. And I don't know why I said ish because, time's made up. I just lived like 28 lifetimes in the past week. So, yeah, like I really love that. And I love how that's kind of like pulling through because it's going to kind of trickle throughout this week. But it's not just this week, you guys. Like Bonnie said, this is going to be lasting. How long was the eclipse season lasting that you said, roughly?
It's 6 months.
So 6 months for that. We've got another 11 months that this Jupiter trine Saturn is going to be coming through. We've got another, what is it,
Mm.
14 years for this entire Jupiter Saturn arc. Like it's like the small steps. Like I tell a lot of my clients, I'm like, they're like, oh, I really want to do this thing. I want to do this like big, beautiful, amazing thing, but it's really
Mhm.
overwhelming. I'm like, well, what can you do? And like what's a little 5 minute thingy you can do? What's just this, what's a little thing you can do?
Mhm.
So yeah, I love that. You are you ready for me to flow into the 29th? Do you feel complete?
No, I have gate 55 still.
Oh, okay. I thought we
Yeah.
talked about that. Okay, cool.
I just did a snippet. I have a couple more things to say and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it in, babe.
So I was sharing that this is in the solar plexus. It connects to gate 39 in the root. So if you have gate 39 in the root, but don't have gate 55 in the solar plexus, this completes the channel for you. So you have access to both. Gate 55 is the gate of faith or abundance. And when you honor what's true, what you need will arrive. What you need will arrive. What you need, what I need will arrive. So this comes from the body wisdom, which I was saying, but this is the knowing, feeling, and sensing. I know it because I feel it. Where do you feel that in your body? Where is there lighting up? Where is there constriction? Where is an emotion rising? Feeling that in the throat. A shadow of this is blind faith that ignores the red flags. We were talking about this last night. And the gift is faith rooted in genuine knowing. And this is what comes from this is the abundant alignment. Uh, so, working with this eclipse, it is allowing the deepening of alignment. That's it. Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, it's the deepening of alignment's really speaking to me right now and like what's showing up in my own world. So for those of you that don't know, I missed last week. I wasn't on last week. I was attending a retreat with Lee Harris, and as I'm a channel, that's what I do for a living. I go and channel and speak to groups. And so I was going and kind of like studying and getting some information. And, in my personal opinion, for me, Lee Harris is like the top echelon, like of all of the channels. And so that's a really big aspect for me is to go and learn from who I consider the best. And there's a precision to his craft that I'm really, really appreciative of. And so, yeah, it's like, what do I want to be seeding into this world? What do I want to be bringing into this world? And how can I do it as steady as possible? And how can I just continue to kind of one foot in front of the other is happening. So, yeah, it's been kind of wild. And, right after the retreat, I decided that I was like, oh, it's like only a day after I'm gonna immediately go into coming and visiting Bonnie. So what y'all may not know is Bonnie's like, you see that little Buddha put like Bonnie's literally just like right there. Right there. We were gonna play a trick and now it's just coming in because I think we're both too tired for playing tricks today. Like we had a cute little like comedy thing, and maybe we'll give you a comedy thing next time we're together. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna flow right in, and I got here to San Diego, and thanks, for Bonnie and Wolfie and Willow for opening their space for me, and also for one of our other watchers that share space with Bonnie here as well. They're giving me their room, which I'm really appreciative. Thank you, babe. Um, so yeah, like what's coming in is I went straight from this big channeling event, all of this information. Lee got me up on the hot mic. If you guys want to go watch it, it's really good. It's in school. So if you haven't joined school community, you can, if you've ever been hit by my channeling sessions, which a lot of you have and have have started crying from my sessions and our sessions together, you can go watch Lee do the same thing to me and get some retribution. So it's a nice little thing, but that's in our school if you want to go check that out. There's also, I just put up, we talked a couple weeks about Bob and Sauna, and several of you wanted more information about Bob and Sauna and the magic of that plant and where you can buy it, and a good place that I like to get my tinctures from. So I shared a video of that as well in the school. And then, yeah, we're going to flow into this August 29th energy, my loves, because, I did a channeling session. I came out to San Diego. I did a workshop and I was like intuited in what we needed for the community. And it was like this mini dance, like this mini ecstatic dance, which was so beautiful and so exactly what was needed. And then last night, I did a channeling session out in the Ocean Beach neighborhood, which was just extraordinary. We were located in this yoga studio that had this beautiful, like rebellious fairy energy all around it. And it also had some darkness too. And you guys know me, I don't really shy away from the darkness. And it was just really satisfying, really beautiful. And with that, this week on the 29th, we end up flowing into gate 40. And gate 40, oh my gosh, oh, gate 40. Oh, it's after my own heart this week. Restoration and aloneness. How nice does that sound? Like, let me know in the chat if that one's speaking to you, because it's speaking to me. Man, it's speaking to me. And that gate 40 this is a gate that lives in our heart and lives in our will center. And it is the only gate in all of the design that is literally about transformation through rest. How beautiful is that? That's like the most beautiful thing ever. Transformation through rest. So I'm pretty sure after Bonnie's had me in her house for the past few days, she's going to be getting a lot of transformation through rest after I get the heck out of here. And I know I'm going to be getting a lot of transformation through rest as well. Bonnie, you want to come in and talk? Having my energy in a space can sometimes be really really destabilizing for people sometimes, and I own it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't feel that at all.
It's just great.
Yeah, I'm totally good.
Yeah. Maybe that's
I
just
feel
me. I'm projecting.
maybe, yeah, I mean, you were talking to the other person in the field here, and it felt like a lot coming through for them. So they might be feeling that for sure. But I've cultivated this space so that it is such a warm, marshmallowy, gooey place to land that generally other people's energy, I don't feel exhausted from it unless one, I never see them and they're in their room the whole time because that's more work for me. And two, they info trauma dump, which you're not
Mm,
doing. So
yeah.
yeah, that's what
It's
it takes for me.
I will say when I got here, I was like, Bonnie. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, it's like the biggest, squishiest, marshmallowiest. Oh, it's funny because I'm like rereading, like, when you're so tired that you kind of like go back to your old favorite books that are like just easy to read. So I've been rereading the Incarnations of Immortality series from Piers Anthony. Little problematic now that I'm rereading it. I'm like, oh, there's some problematic things with this. And also, one of the things was in this like fantasy book, there's a bed that is like a mud bed, and it's like made so you like sink into the mud of like the space. And I'm like, that's exactly how Bonnie's house feels. Like, I'm like, how did you? She's on like an 8th floor high rise in the middle of like downtown San Diego. And I'm like, how did you make it so squishy all the way up here? I'm like, this is fucking impressive, babe. It's so
I'm magic.
squishy. It's so squishy. So I want to bring that in. We've got some people saying in the chat that they're about to go to Yosemite and they're gonna rest and explore. And this is a perfect week for that, y'all. Like this is the week to just rest and have transformation through rest. You don't got to push on anything. You don't have to be like, oh man, I want to go and have transformation. Like just rest and it's going to come to you, hun. It's going to come to you so easy. So the kind of like the quote, the thing that was coming through with this is, I have given enough, and now it is time for rest and integration. So and man, I'm hearing stories pop up in people's head like, oh, I haven't given enough yet, or I haven't done this yet, or I haven't done XYZ yet. Yo, quiet those voices if you can, please. Quiet them down. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Tell them to go home. Kick them out of the house on that one. Like, seriously, because right now is your transformation is going to come through that rest period. And yeah, and then that's what's happening for me. It's like I went and did the whole Lee Harris, like soul magic thing. And then I came here and did dance and then did channeling and doing Somae today. And like I get on a flight tomorrow and then to the day after tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, tomorrow I land in Bend, Oregon. And I'm going to go be a otter and go just sit in the rivers of Bend. Anybody watching from Bend that wants to come see me, I'm going to be doing a live channeling event out there. You're more than welcome. Get in contact. We'll chat. But this is all about this time right now with this Gate 40 is all about just honest no's, like holding your boundary between work and depletion. Like, so if you haven't really learned this lesson yet, there's a really, really great asset for this. It's called Neurodivergent Insights. And it's by this incredible, incredible doctor. And it talks about like the boom bust cycles. So I'm getting for somebody in the group that can be really helpful for you to learn what your boom and your bust cycles are, which means where we go through big giant transformation or big giant change or big giant work times. And then we go into like this exhaustion period that can last for quite a while and how to kind of start to normalize that and to balance it, not normalize it, but balance it is the words that are coming in for that. And if this is you at your point where you've given past your limit, this right now, me saying this, and it's not just to you, I'm also saying this to myself, you guys. This is my permission and your permission and invitation to just stop, rest, relax. Like it's okay to do so. Like you are welcome to do so. All right. Is Bunny, did you have any other aspects, babe? Or was that all your aspects? Okay, so I'm gonna just flow straight into this Jupiter Saturn unless you've got any, do you got any cards or anything coming in? You do? Do you have cards for the restoration or is it for it's for Jupiter Saturn? It's going to be for the conjunction of the two. Thank you. This is what's great. Like when you work with other intuitives, we just read each other's minds and we don't even really need to talk very much anymore. It also has an edge because it means it's easier to create stories about each other too, though. So like we've got to like Bonnie and I are like always on task with that. And Kirsty too. And sending some love out to Kirsty. Just to let you guys know, I'm sure you noticed she's not with us right now. She is doing exactly what Kate 40 is telling everybody to do. She realized that she had gotten up to her level and her max level and that she needed to take a rest. So I'm wishing her a very peaceful, very graceful, very lovely day of rest and recuperation and taking care of her body. I am going to go eat some motherfucking tacos. That's how I'm going to go take my rest and relaxation. Maybe put my toes in the sand. Oof, oof. So, let's talk about this August 31st. This August 31st, we have got Jupiter, which is expansion, growth, which is going to be in trine. Trine again is like this soft, harmonious aspect, and it's going to be with Saturn, right? Which is all about structure. So normally these two are like, I love them. They're the paradox, they're the dichotomy, they're the black and the white, they're the ooh, the plus and the minus. Jupiter is all about like expansion and growth and just go for it. Bah. And then Saturn's like, no, no, I need you to like pump the brakes. I need you to like make sure your foundations are set and you have your spreadsheets ready. Like that's what Saturn's saying here. And Jupiter's like, no, just be everything. And so normally these twos are kind of like in opposition with each other and they kind of like butt heads a little bit. Also, they're two of my favorite planets, but I also am kind of both of these aspects all of the time. But But right now we're in this beautiful, delicious little pocket here from August 24th till September 8th. And it's actually going to be going for the next 11 months, even though that's the strongest aspect of it. We're going to be trailing through for the next 11 months with this energy. And when we have these two working in conjunction together, what's really beautiful is you have a way to expand at a pace that is comfortable for you. Right. So when Lee got me up on the hot mic, I was so excited. I was like, I'm in Leo season. This is my time of visibility. This is the time that my meteoric rocket gets to like take off and I get to be visible and I'm going to be doing all this work and it's going to be awesome. And then I get to Lee's and he's like, sis, like pump the brakes. Like he was being my Saturn in my reading. And he was like, yo, like pump the brakes. He's like, you need to just go steady through this time. And I was like, wait, what? Like all my astrology says this is the time that I should be shooting off from the top of the mountain, man. And it's not because my growth comes through precision. Like I know this. I know this by doing my own charts and getting really comfortable and familiar with myself. But my own growth comes through precision and slowness. I get a lot more done when I can do like a good endurance and like a good endurance race versus sprints. Sprints don't serve me very well. And I'm getting most of the people that are watching this and most of the people that are in replay as well. Sprints don't serve you either. Even though your brain might be like, yes, I like to sprint. Every once in a while, it's good to sprint, but can you do consistent sprints, right? Or are you sprinting and wearing yourself out and then crashing? Right. So it's really finding that balance. And that goes right back into the 40 again. That goes right back into that eclipse. That goes right back into the gate 55. All of this, right? Yeah, we got somebody coming in that Saturn is opposition of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. So it's closely in opposition to the moon and the Neptune. It's a taffy pull of somebody's daily experience. And that's exactly what this is, right? What do I want to do right now? And this is what Bonnie was talking about earlier. What does my body want to do right now? My body right now wants to just lay down and take a nap and also eat tacos. So I think I'm going to eat tacos before I take a nap. Like that's what my body wants. I want to go hug my friend I haven't seen in years. Like that feels like it's going to fill up my soul. I get excited in my googly bits about that. Well, not those bits because that's yeah, never mind. It's like in my stomach. I get excited in my stomach and my solar plexus too. So this 20-year cycle of this entire Jupiter-Saturn mark, I wanted to kind of just give you a quick timeline of this. In 2020, do y'all remember what was happening in 2020? I remember what was happening. Like, yeah, it was one of my favorite periods. I was talking to some people at the retreat. I was like, I freaking loved COVID. Man, like COVID period. And I know a lot of people died and I know it was really harsh for a lot of people. And also for me and my family, it was an incredible moment of exchange and experience. Like my family, I was staying with my mother and my father, and we healed almost everything in our timeline during that time. And my dad is one of my best friends now. And previous to COVID, he was a raging narcissist and asshole and abusive. Like POS, and now he's like the coolest dude. So, like, all of those seeds were planted for that transformation during that time to write a new story for myself and to help write a new story for my family as well and who I actually want to walk through this world with. Yeah, we got Bonnie quit your 29-year corporate career in the 2020. Yeah, so this is the thing, you guys. Like, what happened to you in 2020? It's a good time to kind of reflect back to that Jupiter Saturn arc and when that started happening. It's like, what was going on in my life in 2020? Right. And then in 2023, we had a crisis of action that came through. It was 2023, 2024, and something brutal probably hit your world. Um, I don't have to look back, but that was when my mom died for me. That's when my mom died completely and utterly unexpectedly. Um, and was really brutal and really tore me down and forced me into an entirely new air that I'm still rebelling against because I'd rather have my mom, you know? It's like now I know that whole like train thing, the whole train thing, Bonnie, where they're like, oh, if you like could like kill somebody on the tracks of the train to save like the entire train. I'm like, yeah, like let the entire train die. I'd keep my mom. Sorry. I would wipe out pretty much this entire planet to keep her. So just so you guys know, that's how special. But that was my crisis in action, right? Yeah. And then Bonnie and I met in 2024. And then my brother died right after that. So yeah, it was yeah, my crisis in action definitely was alive and well during that time. So go back, like look at your timelines through while we're going through this. Like in 2020, what were you doing? What were you dreaming? What were you working on? What was the seed that was planted? 2023, 2024, what was the hardship that you went through? And this may not resonate with everybody. Some people may have had it a really easy time. Some people may have had a difficult time. Some people may have had something in between. And all of these are proper and okay answers. Then now we're into the 2026, 2027 time frame. And this is actually going to be the very first like really solid harmonious season in this entire Jupiter Saturn arc timeline, which is really beautiful. So we've got about 11 months here to pick like what came through is to pick one thing long term. So if you go back to 2020, and I'm like, I loved personal development. I loved helping my father grow. I was really working on my channeling capabilities. I was holding online women's circles so we could all check in with each other while COVID was happening and trying to create communities where we could talk about spirituality. That's what I was doing in 2020. So think about what you were doing in 2020, right? And what really lit you up during that time and what you've been working on since then. And then pick that to one aspect of that, one aspect for like a long-term goal that you have been dreaming about, that you've been like, this is a thing that I want to be doing. And it feels so special in my heart. And then I want you to take just a few small concrete steps to get there, right? Just a few small concrete steps to get there. Yeah, Bonnie, you want to come in and talk about that? Because this is the timeline. You guys got to hear my timeline. Let's hear Bonnie's timeline, and maybe you can get some inspiration, or maybe you can say fuck both of you. Who knows?
Yeah, this is when I discovered Tantra. So my grandmother, who I moved in with in 20 and when I was 15, she died in 2019, which propelled me into finding Tantra unexpectedly. And I went to a Tantra immersion, the only Tantra thing I had ever done outside of a 2 hour workshop. And that's when I made the 45-day plan to quit my job. And from that, I I ended up being in a 9 month pod. There were 3 to 6 of us. We said yes every week, so you could do it for the week or not. But we met every day for 9 months.
I want to put on like a warning label on Tantra for everybody. Like, this can cause like loss of job, quitting of
Mm,
job, divorce, major tower moments in your life. Like, I love Tantra and Tantra changed my life as well. Like, that's why I'm doing what
mm,
I'm doing. Like, I already knew I was a channeler, I already knew I was a psychic, I was already doing all that. And also, it was like, it was the thing that broke the floodgates for me to
mm.
actually start wanting to do my dream, right? So I have
Interesting.
a lot of love for Tantra. And also, like, I've been a facilitator. I've, worked with a lot of the Tantra communities in Austin. And I see it like really, really change people's lives, always for the better,
Mm.
always through the better. But it almost always creates tower moments, I've noticed.
Yeah. Mine really stemmed from my gateway into menopause,
Mhm.
perimenopause. I had I had within a 2 month period, I had all the perimenopause symptoms hit me at the same time. And then I
Dude.
and then I went to Burning Man, and my grandma died 2 days before I went into Burning Man.
So you had your tower
So
before Tantra.
I did.
Okay.
So Tantra was more like the thing that helped propel me
Mm.
as a tool versus a tower. I'd already been thinking about quitting my job. I'd been bullied at my last corporate locations, so maybe like 4 years. And this is a repeating pattern in my life. So so it was like the slingshot that helped move it faster. But really my Burning Man community was my gateway.
Thanks for bringing that in because, yeah, you're right. Like, there are some people that come in after they've had their tower and then it propels them. Like, I had my tower like 10 years before I got Tantra, right? Like, so it was like the propulsion stage for me. But I've also seen it create a lot of tower as well, and shake
Yeah.
people's lives up and like make the decisions that they are supposed to make, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
would say this is where discernment is really important. Who you align yourself with, who you learn with, who the facilitators are of any container, regardless of whether it's Tantra, energy magic, shamanism, even tarot cards. It's really important that you have and learn that inner body wisdom of discernment.
Yeah, what is for you and what's not. I'm cracking up and I'm gonna call a thing a thing. Um, like that's one of the things Bonnie and I've been talking about because we both like were part of a specific tantra group and we both had some like not great experiences within that group. And so, like that's the thing, guys. And also like you can have like good experiences and feel good with them for, the first, month, 2 months, whatever, or for a couple of years. And then things shift sometimes. And sometimes you move out of alignment with them, and that's okay too. And it's again, like not just with Tantra, this happens with coaches as well. I was telling Bonnie this. It's like I had this phenomenal coach and it was great and it was amazing. And then it got near the end and it was like, oh, this is no longer aligned. And they were like, hey, do you want to come back and work with me? And I'm like, mm-mm, I ain't feeling it. And their reaction showed me like I was very correct in my assessment, right? So it's like that's the thing. It's like feel into your body, get to know your body so well that you can be like, oh yeah. Like I have almost the opposite problem. All of my clients are like, can we just keep working together forever? And I was like, I want that too. I love you. And like we're all just like smushing. We just want to stay together forever. I was like, nope, let's go ahead and let this fade out. Let's take a little break and then see if we want to come back together, right? But I think
Yes.
that's more of the feminine way, right? Like we're letting things drop off naturally versus trying to like cut them off or hold them. And it's like it's been coming up for even cord cuttings and stuff. So yeah, the suggestion for this week that I think the big overarching one is think about your long term, right? Think about what you want to do in your own personal long term and what's important to you. Like for me, it's I'm on tour right now. I'm gonna keep that steady pace. If any of the communities, any of you guys watching replay, if you want me to come out to your community, DM me, let me know. That's what I'm here for this next like year, 2 years. I'm going to just be going on tours and I come out to the communities that want to have me. So if you're interested, give me a call, send me a DM, let me know. I want to come out. If you guys want to have me, I want to come out. It's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So right now I'm going to be resting and I'm going to be slowly and diligently looking at my astrocartography and looking at my tour information and sending my tendrils out there of who wants me next, but it's all going to be done very, very lightly, very softly. And yeah, and we're past the struggle phase. That's what keeps coming in. The struggle phase is past, guys. We are in the place of ease and grace, ease and grace. And I know I say this all the time. I'm going to bring in one more word that Lee gave us at the end of Soul Magic, which is ease, grace, and peace. We are now in the space of ease, grace, and peace. Even if it may not look like it to you right now, even if things feel wonky to you right now, that's okay. If you can still hold in your heart at any capacity that there is some part of ease, grace, and peace in this world for me right here, right now, it's a great time to have it. So, there is more information on that full 20-year arc. I'm going to post that up in school and I'll just do a quick video on that for those because we're running slow on time. And I want to see what those cards were. What cards came up?
Yes. Okay, so the first one was the crown chakra,
Ooh.
and this color is really feeling super vibrant for me today. So number 7, but the
Mm.
interesting part is this one fell out first. I'll put it up right first. It is
Light.
light. Is
And
this one this?
19.
Yeah, is this one the sun? Is 19 the sun?
Yeah, and it's the balance between the self and greater humanity. It's that one and
Mhm.
that nine, is what's coming in. It's letting your light shine. Um, we had somebody during the channeling last night that came in, and part of their reading, it was getting them connected to where their light and their angelic presence is in their body and having them expand it out. And that's what they're showing me right now is sit in your body and ask your body, where's my light live? Where does my light live? And don't go here. Get out of here. Get out of the little headed space. Get really in your body before you ask the question. Feel all of your body. And you're going to let your crown open and you're going to say, ooh, and I'm not talking your head, I'm talking your crown right up here. You're going to let your crown open. You're going to go, where does the light live in my body? Who? And for me, it lives right in between my heart and my solar plexus. For me, it's right here, right there. And it goes, and I can feel that light in my system. And then what you can do is you can just literally just picture it expanding. Picture it expanding, feel it expanding for those of you that are clairsentient like me. I don't see a dang thing. I just feel it. It feels so big. Oh, it feels bright. It feels sparkly. Feels kind of warm. Yeah, I'm getting really hot right now.
You're turning up the heat.
I'm turning up the heat. It does not need to happen right now. Oh, there's enough heat. There's enough heat right now with the Leo and the double freaking fire energy of this, Bozzy year. Like, it's a thing. So yeah, that's what's coming through for you guys. So find out where your light is. Where's your light? And your internal light, not somebody else's light, not what you like to do. This is your own personal internal light. So if you can find that and let it grow into your system, it's going to really behoove the rest of all of us and yourself most of all. Yeah.
And this is a time for inversion. So you might need to turn your energy upside down to find where your light is, especially if you keep going towards the head, which is why the light card is reversed. I know you're laughing because this message is for you.
Well, I'm cracking up because yesterday I was like, Bonnie, I just want to be in an inversion right now. And I'm like
Exactly.
hanging off the back of her couch. Like,
So, and this light is exactly where Eo was saying, right between the heart and the solar plexus. So it's really glowing. That's where my eye was drawn. So rather than put them side to side.
one of the other things that's coming through is that seven as well, and like the reminder of sevens, because seven within numerology, this is my life path number, so I've got, it might be a little just a little biased on this one, but it is the balance between spirit and science. It is the balance between both worlds. It's kind of like the liminal space, and that seven allows you to be more permeable, to cross the membranes easier, is what's coming through. It helps you cross the veils easier. It helps you cross membranes easier. And you can hold two conflicting ideas at once during this time and during this week, which can be very helpful. Very, very helpful. What did they call it? Like ambient or ambient like intelligence, where you can hold two conflicting ideas at the
Oh,
same time.
all I keep hearing is the duality.
Yeah, you can hold
Yeah.
duality essentially. So like for those that have not like gone that path yet, I highly recommend start seeing if you can hold two conflicting ideas. Like that can be good and it can also be bad, like or like it's not always one way or the other. Start playing with those ideas if you haven't yet. And I'm getting there's a few of you that it could be really helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Libra moon is one of your superpowers, Monty, is being able to hold those contrasting. Yeah, see me as a seven, it is too. It's like, oh, like I'm like, how? I'm like two things that are seemingly opposite, but they're actually the same. Ooh. Ah, dorks.
I'm gonna screen grab that one.
Oh my God.
I
There you
know we
go.
were both doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so we are at time. Are we at time? We're at time.
yeah.
We are at time. Thank you. Thank you all, like, so much for joining us. Thank you for those that are here live. Please stay on if you'd like to and join us for after hours. For those of you that are watching on the replay, I see you. Thank you for watching on the replay. Thank you for sharing this with your friends. And thank you for joining Bonnie and I when we're actually in the same. How cool is this? Oh, I love you. Yeah. We love you guys. Now we're out echoing.
I know. I left my phone over here. Ta-da!
All right. We love you guys so very, very, very much. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week for an all new week of space weather.
And stay on live if you're here for after hours. Love you.